There was football that happened last weekend. This it signals the proper start of the football season. The Community Shield, one of the most important fixtures in English football, or at least that's what Arsenal fans would like to believe, because they won it. They've won a trophy.
Yeah, not bad. Third trophy for Arteta at Arsenal.
Which were the others?
He's won one FA Cup, and I think he won a Community Shield with them. He won one Community Shield with them. He won an FA Cup, and he won the Community Shield as a result, and this is the second Community Shield.
This is precisely why we need to get Arsenal representation on this podcast, which was a better joke than your Santa Banta joke. So
there was a point to the whole Santa Banta joke. Everton is...
You put us at the risk of cancellation, right? This nascent podcast almost got...
much worse. We've said much worse.
That is very, very true. But great game. I think both City and Arsenal went toe to toe in the entire game. Like, it was very, very evenly matched, even though at the start it felt like City were dominating the game, as they like to do. That's what their philosophy is. But the first goal came in the 77th minute. Cole Palmer getting a lovely curling effort from the edge of the box. Fantastic goal. What Guardiola has said about Cole Palmer is damn interesting. He said that last year he didn't play enough and he wanted to play more. His agent and him will need to talk. If he goes, he goes. But if he stays, we are happy to have him. मतलब ऐसा बच्चे लोग का emotional torture कर रहा है ये आदमी.
It feels like one of those things of, if you want to go, you go. But if you want to stay, there's a spot that you have to fight for.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know how City does this, because with Aguero, they said, Guardiola said we can never replace him. He's irreplaceable. And then they got Erling Haaland, and now they lost Riyad Mahrez, and we were talking about how Mahrez is going to be he's going to leave an important hole in that City lineup. Cole Palmer, that was a very Mahrez-esque goal, the way he cut, the way he took that shot. It was like Mahrez didn't leave at all. So it feels like one of those things of, if you want to stay, you'll have to fight for your spot. If you want to go, leave.
I mean, it's Manchester City. I'm sure Cole Palmer knows he has to fight for a spot, because Phil Foden is on the bench. So, matlab, Cole Palmer is way down the pecking order.
Yeah, and I would say that the next set of teams that Man City builds are probably going to be around Phil Foden, like how the last couple of teams were built around Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing. Actually, I think seeing Klopp's sentimentality work against Liverpool's own interests, to see this sort of cold calculatedness, I think it's amazing. I think it's a good manager. It doesn't bode well for anybody else, any other team.
Yeah.
But I think Man City have good reasons to be hopeful for the next season.
Yeah. I honestly, while watching the Community Shield, there was one thought that came to my mind, is that why is the second place team playing against Manchester City? Because typically the Community Shield is Premier League winners versus FA Cup winners, and of course Man City won the FA Cup as well. So why the second place team? Like, what is their merit? Especially considering Manchester City can play against themselves.
I would have actually loved to see a Manchester City A team versus B team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. करो ना, because at the end of the day, you're just like, हाँ ठीक है, वही जीतने वाले. तो उनको ही खेलने दो ना आपस में. Why to waste another fixture? Why to get these players back from their pre-season tours a little early, put them into a competitive fixture?
And also, why give Arsenal fans hope?
Exactly. But they did have the hope. They did have the hope for sure, and they went on to win it, because in the 93rd minute, it was Trossard who took a shot at goal and was deflected in off the legs of Manuel Akanji, which took it to penalties.
Was it 93rd?
90 plus 11, I thought.
Yeah.
Was it later?
It was much later. It was 90 plus 10, 90 plus 11, because now we've gone back to the World Cup way of giving stoppage time.
Yeah.
So it was in the 10th or 11th minute of stoppage time.
Chalo, 10th or 11th minute, and that's when the penalties happened. Trossard also looks like a great signing again. This season, I feel like he's going to play much bigger role in that Arsenal lineup. They look scary.
They look scary, and also I think I'd forgotten how good Saliba was, because he was out for the last quarter of the season, and then seeing him play Colossus, I think just amazing, controlled City, took their team. I think the goal was it was a brilliant goal by Cole. But I think Saliba was, for me, the standout performer. I'm excited. I hope he doesn't stay injured. Because I know, say, when Van Dijk came back from injury, he was shit for a good 6 months. I hope that it doesn't look like that's the case with Saliba. So I think Arsenal look much stronger than we gave them credit for at the end of last season, or even like a couple of weeks ago.
Is there already a Saliba Makeba chant, or is that something that's waiting to happen? Because I feel like there's so much potential there.
Yeah, if there's any Arsenal fans who are listening, please write into us and tell us if there is a chant like that that is happening. If not, we'd love to like record it for you and send it to you.
That would be amazing.
Have it play at the Emirates. That would be great, considering Makeba is also trending on Instagram these days. Every reel, every second reel has that as the background music for some reason.
Wow, isn't Makeba like 5-7 years old?
Yeah. But Instagram just randomly picks up these songs and just trends.
Amogh, look at Amogh staying in touch with the youths.
Exactly, right.
Being on Reels and TikTok.
That was my New Year's resolution. The TikTok is not available here though.
Oh.
Chinese company.
That's how out of touch you
Sorry,
are.
yeah.
Taka-tak. Whatever.
No, but I honestly completely agree with what you said about Saliba, right? And I feel like one of the most important things for Arsenal to do is to keep that centre-half pairing of Gabriel and Saliba fit throughout the season, because that is the best centre-half pairing that they have. If you take either one of them out, whoever is there as a backup, whether it's Kiwior or whether it's Rob Holding who will play, they're just not at that level. And they have no depth in those positions, so they have to make sure that these two are constantly fit throughout the season. That's going to be a big task because they are playing the Champions League now. And I feel like it's a great partnership because it's a calm man and a mad man. Saliba is the calm one, Gabriel is the one जो किसी का murder कर सकता है. कुछ भी हो सकता है उसके साथ. So and that is the type of partnership that you need. Even at United, you're seeing Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Like it's a very clear distribution of duty between the two of them.
And there in the United defense, there's the killer, there's the calm person, and there's the person who's going to be killed also.
Exactly. When we play three at the back, that's the one.